Welcome to the Lighthouse Loft. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to share with you after this beautiful day of deep growth and learning together here in APT. Will you take this moment and just make sure you're at least on mute? You can have your camera on, you don't need to have your camera on, so long as I'm spotlighted and you have a full view of what I'm providing. I've put together some equanimity practices for us to close our day. In integrative practices, we do equanimity practices, we do activation practices, we do alchemy practices. And given the fact that we are practitioners in this incredibly potent time of being in a pandemic, of navigating all of the social change transformations that are alive and vibrant and changing on the daily, this is a potent time to develop our relationship to this kind of work in this time when we are piecing it all back together in the tempest winds. We're piecing it all back together. That's what this great turning represents. So right out of the gate, I want to give you a mudra that will allow you to come into your body out of the work that we've just been so deeply immersed in, and to come into your anatomy, to come into the medicinal wind of your breath. You're going to create a mudra that's Gyan Mudra. We do this oftentimes in IP. You're going to conjoin the index finger and the thumb. This is a mudra for patience, and we're just going to spend a few breaths here in this patience mudra. So I've made the Gyan Mudra, and I'm bringing the backs of my hands together. And I'm sitting up nice and tall on both the physical structure of the spine, the axis of the spine, but I'm also sitting with the emptiness, the shushmana, sitting with the emptiness that is within the structure of the spine. Cultivating patience in this process of following the breadcrumbs of our own soul out of the wilderness that we have been in, mining for diamonds, if you will, in this dark time. And we're not doing it from a place of fractured hyperkinetic mind. We're doing it from a place of patience. So there's nothing particularly sculptural you need to be doing in this moment with your breathing. Just close down the eyes, following the breath, following the feeling. The who in this potent time, the who that we are presenting to the world, and the who that is resting within us. This who is more important than ever before. So tuning in right now to this who, tuning into what programs you might be running in your mind, and what sort of master codes you have got to write in order to live the life of your vision. That's really what this great turning is so much about. It's so characterized by moving away from this life that we have been programmed to be entrenched in, and to be committed to the life of our vision. Breathe in that commitment all the way through, underneath, to the inside of the inside of the inside. And then relax the hands. You can just take it in visually here for a moment. So this next meditation, it'll be brief, but it's deep. It's the heavenly pillar rotation practice in tandem with the pranic energy multiplier breath technology. So this way of breathing, which is a little bit of a shift from our normal way of breathing, it is going to help you to accumulate an immense amount of energy, an immense amount of internalized resources. So we're always coming from a place of fullness. Just watch. I'm going to give you the dynamic aspect of what you're going to do. You're going to take the arms out and have the palms of the hands facing up, and have all 10 fingers be like conduits, and you're going to twist on your out breath. You're going to twist on the out breath, and the real secret of this twist is taking the twist all the way through your eye. So as I'm twisting here to the left, I'm taking my right eye to my left pinky. And And then on my inhale, I'm going to come back through to center, and I'm going to sit up on the empty, open space inside of my spinal bones. And I'm going to inhale as much as I can, and then I'm going to hold it, and then exhale. And I'm going to take my left eye to the right pinky and come back through. I'm going to actually have you take the breath in through an open mouth. I just demonstrated through the nostrils. I want you to breathe through an open mouth. So let's do this, okay? At a certain point, I'm going to stop and talk to you, but I want you to keep the dynamic meditation going so that it can, bring you home. Take the arms out, twist to the left, and twist your right eye towards your left pinky. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, come back through to center. And then exhale. Bringing your left eye to the right pinky. And come back through. Inhale. Inhale as much as you possibly comfortably can, and even let it be a little bit uncomfortable. Our discomfort is a master teacher. And then exhale. Our discomfort is a master teacher when we can sit in it reverently long enough to receive the gift that is embedded in it, right? So we're twisting on that out breath, bringing the right eye to the left pinky. Inhale, come back through and sip in the breath, irrigating the hardened soils of your perception or any part of the way that you're feeling in any of your systems. Exhale, twisting. Left eye to the right pinky. And then come back through to center. And just take 2 head rolls to the right. And 2 head rolls to the left. We're going to create a new mudra. You're going to make circles with both of your hands here. So bring the fingers of the right hand to the right thumb, and bring the fingers of the left hand to the left thumb. The inside of the right hand will be facing forward, and the back side of the left hand will be facing forward. And so you're going to bring the conjoined points together like so. So this is a mudra for creating new paradigms. That's really what we're in right now. Creating a new paradigm, creating a new story. So many new stories are asking to emerge through us as individuals and as a collective. And this time that we're in, the Taoist alchemists had a really great way of kind of defining and working with these kinds of historic times, and historic it is. So these Taoist alchemists call this kind of time that we're in, this heart of transformation and the process of transformation, the kind of breakdown, dissolution, and uncertainty that has been characterizing this time. They called this Weiji. Weiji is the crux. It's the crossroad. It's the crisis point, and it is the great turning. It is the great turning. So here we have this mudra that is helping us to cultivate a great turning, to call in a new paradigm, and the medicine of Weiji is so useful for us when we find ourselves thinking that it's quite possible that the light may not emerge from the darkness. I know we've all been getting a glimpse of that within our own lens. So just quickly, I want to say a few more things about Weiji before I pipe in with my vocal cords a mantra and you do the breathing. But just stay in this. Really occupy, be a blueprint technician, occupy the feeling of staying the course. So The character for Wei Ji has two aspects. The first of which is a picture of a man being an edge walker. He's standing on a cliff, which means that there's like danger in the crisis, right? So there's a man on the cliff, and on the right side of the character is this picture of trees, as I understand it. And so the trees are the promise. They are the promise of the opportunity, if we take the risk to leave behind the world that we have known, and take a descent into the completely unknown territory. So the old story must descend and respect and honor and communicate in order for the new story to arise, in order for us to take that leap of faith across the chasm, across the unknown, you know, across our own personal Grand Canyon. But each of us, if we do that, right? If we do that, we can discover ourselves to be a lighthouse in the fog. So staying in it here for another moment, the Taoist alchemists, they call this Wei Ji, this space of Wei Ji, they call it the far journey. I love that, the far journey. And they recognized that it is a requirement, that it's inevitable, it's necessary. There must be this transformational breakdown, dissolution cycle in order for something great to grow through, in order for the new story to emerge. And they developed ways, these meditative ways, these dynamic ways of working with qi and moving through the impasse to be part of the turning point of the alchemical reversal, when the yin becomes the yang and the yang becomes the yin, and the crisis becomes the opportunity. So that's what we're in here. So stay with it, even if your arms are burning, and I hope they are, because that's an indication of the meditation moving the life force through you. So here in a second, I'm gonna sing a mantra that is for purification. So when I say I'm singing a song of cleansing for you, it doesn't mean that you're some, dirty scoundrel who needs to clean up their act, but it means, that like each of us in a human experience have some, secret closet of conflicts that we need to address and that we need to empty out and practice some organizational development in. And we all have some sort of hidden trunk of anger or fear or resentment or some texture of that kind. So this mantra is going to help us to let all that go, so that as we rewrite the story, as we become conduits for the story, that we're doing it from a place of emptiness and from a place of freshness. So you're going to look at the tip of the nose, and again, you're going to circle breathe. Inhaling and hold on to it, still using that pranic energy multiplier technique with the breath, and then exhaling out of the nose. Holding on to it. Hold on to it for as long as you can. All right. Working with the energy of a new paradigm. You can close your eyes. And like the first aspect of the character for Wei Ji is a man at the edge. Engage with your practice at an edge state level. Let it poke and prod and confront the parts of you that are comfortable being at half mast. Okay? the mudra intact for another couple of breaths. Let your breath neutralize though. Sit in it as part of the turning point. That little bit of light and space between the place where your fingers unite, where the old meets the new, where the yin becomes the yang, where the yang becomes the yin, where the crisis becomes the opportunity. In it, there, eyes wide open, a body full of eyes. Relax. Relax the shape of your body. Bring your hands either into your lap or upon your knees. And then bring your hands into the heart protection mudra. We're not going to press the hands onto the field or the front gate of the chest, but we're just right there, holding, receiving, communicating. Sitting in it, letting every breath steer you towards what is possible now. What is possible now? Every breath is steering you in. So we can respond to the call of opportunity with the yes. Just breathing in it right here. Letting every breath nourish the innocent parts of you in this moment. Nourishing the innocent parts of you that can so easily turn cynical in the world as we know it currently. Again, we are mining for diamonds in the darkness. Tending to the innocent parts of you right now with the breath. Out and out inhalation all the way down into the kidneys and through the pelvic floor. Letting every breath help you with self-worth, with self-love, with self-respect from a place of optimism and creativity. Your own unique brand of creativity and optimism. Every breath steering you deeper into the inviolable truth, the core of who you are. Letting every breath help to interrupt the inner critic, the demon of doubt. Breathe in a more relaxed way in this moment, more fully. The cacophony is quiet. You are embodying the accumulated consciousness of centuries in this moment here. Conductor of that living life force energy through all of the wet channels of the body, from the satellite of every cell and gland, in the pulse of every organ, and in the harmonic orchestration, gorgeous rhythm of yourself in this moment as an evocateur for this new paradigm, a writer, a teller of a new story. Just a few more breaths here. Recognizing how the impossible possible future is not just an idea, but it's here, resting right here around us, breathing through us, waiting for us to recognize it and to play with it and to create with it, courting that awareness with your next breath. And then bring the heart protection mudra down and feel yourself in this total soft, undefended presence, but how just a few moments of synchronistic meditation, bringing body and breath and attention and refinement to composition, how all of that coming together creates a kind of iron tunic that helps us to feel protected when the tempest winds are blowing, and to feel inspired and capable of mining for diamonds in the darkness. Take another, we've got one more minute. Take another breath in. I hope that these few moments have helped to move you in these interesting times, to conjure up your courage, and to help shape you, and to help us each shape this new collective story that's emerging. And our world, it is changing. It's changing one voice at a time. And your voice is needed. And so it's my hope that these meditative sessions help you to receive the inspiration that you need to give voice to the dream. Thank you so much for allowing me to close this beautiful day together. I look forward to seeing you in the morning. Sat Nam and Namaste.